Last week on Seeds of Gold.
As long as the variety is providing a very good niche in terms of importance, farmers will always have that advantage to take it up.
We looked at Dutch potato varieties.
These varieties proved to yield well. At least now they are yielding over 10 metric tons per acre.
These varieties have unique qualities and shape, as well as high-yielding abilities, make it the best choice and much sought after by the potato processing community. Coming up on Seeds of Gold.
The trained farmers were identified to partner with IFDC to produce clean seed through use of screen houses.
This greenhouse, I get 3,200 times 20 mini-tuber. So when I take it to the garden, it means it plants 1 hectare. And within 1 hectare, I produce more than 200 bags of 80 kg.
This episode of Seeds of Gold is made possible by IFDC Uganda. In this episode, learn what it takes to clean and multiply our own Uganda local varieties to produce seed potato and make profits in this business. Over time, our Ugandan local potato varieties have been plagued with viruses and diseases that affect potato yield and quality more each season. The International Fertilizer Development Center, with support from Dutch Embassy in Uganda, are taking a particular interest in ensuring that even when farmers opt for Ugandan potato varieties, they are able to experience high yields for increased food supply and increased income. Efforts at the moment are geared towards a process called seed multiplication, where specially trained farmers established as integrated seed business with the capacity to undertake the full seed multiplication process from plantlet to certified seed produce clean seed potato for supply to farmers.
Our efforts are mainly focused at contributing towards the development of a sustainable seed potato system for increased potato production and productivity in Uganda, so as to increase on the food, to improve food security, increase farmers' incomes and improve their livelihoods. In Uganda, potato productivity or potato yields in Uganda are very low. It is about 7 metric tons per hectare, which is about 2.8 tons per acre. And this low yield is mainly attributed to many things, and the major one is the use of poor quality seed that is disease infected. And this is as a result of lack of enough clean quality seed, which makes the farmers to continue using their own produced seed season after season. And with recycling, because of the recycling of the seed, this one makes the seed to degenerate, to lose the potential for yielding. Because the seed, once the seed is recycled several times, several cycles, then it degenerates because it gets infected with diseases, majorly viruses and bacterial wilt disease. So now it loses the vigor, the potential to yield. So from that, IFDC, together with through the funding of the Embassy for the Kingdom of the Netherlands in Uganda, it thought it necessary to do some interventions in the seed sector, and this was first to build farmers' capacity.
As a way of closing the seed scarcity gap, IFDC has trained farmers majorly in the western part of the country. In this region, soils have proven suitable for proper growth of these varieties. William Muyambi is one of such farmers.
I started a business of producing seed in 1998. By then, I produced as a weigher. Then 2003, I joined farmer field school, and that way I get that there is a difference between producing weigher seed and seed potato. So 2016, I joined UNESPA, that is Uganda National Seed Potato Producers Association. That's where I have tried to be as a member. I was starting produce seed by then. 2016, I get a chance. I have got a train. I trained by IFDC on how we can get improved seed, because we have get a challenge of get high quality seed.
Planting potatoes for seed is an easy to learn process. However, it needs a farmer's high concentration and time. Before you embark on the venture, here are the steps you must follow.
The plantlets I get in Zenaro, it is packed in small, it is like small, is it bottle? It is a light bottle, because it is very delicate plantlets, and it packed carefully, transporting carefully. Afterwards, I have soil sterilizer. I go and find the good soil. What I am meaning on the good soil, free disease of soil, and I cooked in that soil fertilizer to kill all disease which have been found there, bacteria. Before sterilizing, I mixed with sand to allow water to go slowly, to go quickly up the plant. The ratio is 2 to 1. 2 for soil, 1 for sand. Then after cooking, I take 1 day for coming to be in the same usual. After taking 1 day, then I prepare my garden as you see here. Then afterwards, I have transporting the plantlets from the tray and they come put in this basin. A soil put on a basin, quarter of it. After putting, I bring my seedling. Then I plant with 5 centimeters from one to another one. And each basin, I plant 4 plantlets. Why I put 4 plantlets? I want to have many tubers in small quantity, not big. So that's why I plant 4 plantlets in 1 basin.
Application of a good fertilizer is highly recommended if you are to achieve good quality seed.
So after planting, after 1 week, I look fertilizer NPK 1717, and I come with that fertilizer. I put in order to help that plant to grow well, to grow quick, because there is no any other food for nutrients for there. Then after putting, I add like a half quarter of it every week, in order to go with plant. When the plant grow, to get these shoots be under the soil.
Still to come, the need for a screen house in potato seed multiplication, and how much profit you can make from planting just a hectare of potato seed. During planting, plantlets should be planted in a clean and disease-free mother garden. The plantlets will give you the pre-basic seed after the first planting and a clean quality basic seed after the second planting. This basic seed is used by farmers to get wear. When planting potato for seed multiplication, your goal should be harvesting more from the mother seed. You will then need to consider the aspects of spacing, regular spraying against pests and diseases, and digging contours to ensure proper irrigation, as water is a major component of seed growth.
For spacing, it is 5 centimeters plant to another one, and for the deep, for the first we put small we put soil like that is it quarter, then we plant with I think it is a half inch, it is an inch. After 7 days we come with another soil to put, another soil to put, so we can put slowly by slowly, slowly by slowly in terms of healing and weeding. After 14 days it is ready for spraying with the fungicide, protective fungicide. Then mineral we use aguzeb or mankzeb, that is a fungicide we have used. Then after spraying we can check whether there is some aphids. You can use insecticide for killing, but aphids are not coming because you see it is protected very well. So after planting my seedlings of potato, they need water, and you see we plant in this screen house, so it cannot get water from the rain. So that's why I use this drip lines to irrigate the plants that I have been planted in the basin. Yeah, and it time after 3 hours, you can open the drip lines to come and irrigate my seedlings.
With the process well followed through, seed maturity will occur between 6 to 8 months depending on the variety. One seed should be able to give you 5 more seeds after maturity. For good quality seed multiplication, a farmer needs to apply the screen house technique. You will, however, need to attain training to be able to understand its applicability for the desired results.
The trained farmers were identified to partner with IFDC to produce clean seed, foundation seed, through use of screen houses. The screen houses are measured to protect the potato crop from being infested by pests which infect the crop with diseases. So that's how IFDC Reach project came in to establish screen houses for these farmers. In the eastern region, we have established about 7 screen houses. In the Kigezi region, we have about 6 screen houses which are producing clean seed, foundation seed, from mini tubers and up to basic seed level, so that farmers have access to clean seed at reduced at affordable prices because when seed is produced within their communities at farm level, then the price goes lower.
A quality screen house size should be 15 by 30 meters and is reinforced by a strong wire mesh. Its purposes include prevention of pests and disease-causing animals, controls inflow of light to the seedlings, manage safe growth to ensure high quality and disease-free seedlings.
I have got a support from IFDC to help us me to construct this greenhouse, and I put like is it 30% because I put on labor of cleaning this land, this site, and only supervising my labor. And the greenhouse is 30 by 10. It has a capacity of growing like 300,000 plantlets.
But after all is said and done, why should a farmer consider to invest in seed multiplication? Let us make the calculations and see. A 15 by 30 meter screen house fits at least 1,200 basin of plantlets. With 4 plantlets, each basin will hold at least 40 mini tubers. 48,000 mini tubers will then be harvested from one screen house.
So when I take it to the garden, it means it plants 1 hectare. And within 1 hectare, I produce more than 200 bags of 80 kg.
And from this, his achievements as a seed multiplier are enormous.
First one, I benefit to have to know me. Everyone know Muyambi is a seed producer. That's one I have to benefit. Second one, they support me to construct this greenhouse, and it is not simple to get this greenhouse without any support. And they support me to construct a store which has a capacity of storing 800 bags. So I achieve a lot on IFDC. And they train me on how we can get the clean seed, how we can, okay, potato management from A to Z. They have get fresh trainings. They train me how we can get, and even on this fertilizer application, how we can apply fertilizer on a different soil, even on this greenhouse, how we can get. They train me how we can rob and get money with other constitutions like bank and what and what. They train me, they give me the knowledge. So I achieve a lot on IFDC. They train me how we can look for the market, how we can attract where the market is. We have improved all of the family because we have got money on my business. And for me, you see, I am not educated because I finished primary 6, and my children which I have, I take in good schools to learn more, to have knowledge, to have understand how we can speak by next days to come and run this business. Niza kuba harimo ba manager bahe bari kwekoramo umurimo. They have got a lot of things like small vehicle to transport my potato to the market. So I achieve a lot as a family. We achieve a lot as a family. We have great food security.
Just like any other business, John warns on the challenges you should foresee and learn to plan ahead to avoid regrets.
You see, when we come here, it is high and our road is very poor. The first challenge we have, poor road to come here on my farm. The second one, exchange of climate changes now and then. You see, I don't know why exchange of climate change. Third one, we have high cost of inputs I have been take, like fertilizer and chemicals.
You may think John has achieved it all, but according to him, his next 10 years as a seed multiplier are still bright. As Ugandans become more adaptive to modern agriculture techniques, it is important to embrace those that come with an all-purpose approach, like increasing food and incomes for the common Ugandan. IFDC Uganda and the Dutch Embassy are doing just that through agriculture. Next week on Seeds of Gold.